Peace and love, everyone. I am going to get straight into the video. I'm not going to do a whole lot of small talk or whatever. One thing I do want to say is what I will be sipping on. So some people are probably like, I haven't seen you drink any water, but I drink water all the time. But I'm drinking on some Roast Aroma Celestial Seasonings tea mixed with Bingo. Bengal spice. When I tell you these two right here together is the ultimate, it's the bomb. One of my sisters, one of the Empresses from the channel, got me back into drinking tea. I hadn't drank tea in a long time, but it helps to relax me a lot. It helps with my anxiety as well as working out and doing different things. But as you could tell from the subject, yeah, my first love, reunited with my first love today. And when I say reunited, it's because of 2020. Things didn't allow. I mean, certain things happened to this person, and it didn't allow for us to be able to see each other afterwards. This person has always been my first love, my main love, and probably my last love, besides, my daughter, of course. But I mean, love, as far as my first love, because that's what this title is about. Or my sugar daddy, as I called him in the title. It's not what you're thinking. If you saw my post on my Facebook, what do you call it? Whatever it's called, Messenger. I put up on my stories that I was so nervous this morning. I was so nervous last night. I couldn't even go to sleep, because I knew that, we were going to be meeting. And it was because things have started opening up slowly but surely, very slowly in Chicago. And the place opened up this week for me to be able to go visit my first love. And I was so nervous. Oh my God. Thank you, Sahar, for sending me a message this morning. You had no idea what I was doing or what was about to happen or whatever, but you were right on time. So thank you. Let's see, what can I say? I thought that I was going to have like some pictures to be able to show, possibly with, I was going to blur out the person's face, or maybe just, just blur out that face or whatever, because the person is a very private person, a very proud person, and someone who I respect and care about and love very dearly. And I respect their privacy, and I will always respect their privacy. Just because I tend to put my life on YouTube or social media doesn't mean everybody wants their life exposed on social media. So let's talk about this person. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for coming. Please leave a comment down below what made you come over. Subscribe, like, comment, ask questions, whatever. My channel is more than just a dreadlock channel. It's a lifestyle channel. I will be doing vlogs. I will be talking about healthy eating. I will be talking about day-to-day life. But I mean, of course, being a retired hairstylist for so many years, and people come to my channel strictly for these dreads that touch past my knees now. That's what most people really want to see or hear on my channel, but it's so much more to me than that. My first love was my father, my birth father. And he's a great man. He's a very great man. I mean, has he done things wrong? Of course. But I always remember majority, I'll say about 90-some% of my life trying to emulate him, trying to be like him. You know, I wasn't trying to be like a housewife, or my mom wasn't a housewife, but I mean, she took care of home, but she had a job. She took care of business too. But I just liked the way my father rolled. It was like everybody loved him. He was popular. He was fun. He funny. And sorry about that. And just a genuinely good person. Now, I don't want anybody to get it twisted, because people that have been on my channel for a while already know that my papa and my father are two separate people, but both of them are my fathers. My papa passed away a few years ago, and I'm sorry for people who have already heard this, but for the newer people on the channel, my papa passed away a few years ago. He had been in my life since I was 13, since my parents had gotten divorced. And yeah, they got along like this. They were cool. They hung out at family gatherings together and everything. My father was the life of the party. My parents threw many parties. My father was a sharp dresser. Always liked to smell good, look good. He was the first man I ever seen with like these cold leather suits he used to rock, with the collar all the way out to here, like bam. But he was sharp. Him and my mom, they would get ready to go out, and my grandmother would come over to watch us, and that's when we were playing. What are we gonna do? To have grandma chase us around the house or around the block tonight. We used to sit back and make plans on what we was gonna do to work her nerves. But yeah, my father, he taught me a lot of values. Both of my fathers taught me different things. But the main thing that both of them taught me was about love, togetherness, family. Both of them. I think my papa taught me more about forgiveness, because I was more receptive to it at an older age. At 13, there was no way he could have taught me about forgiveness, because I wasn't hearing anything that anybody had to say, because my parents had just got divorced and everything. And I mean, it wasn't like my papa lived with us or anything. My papa and my mother didn't get married until I was like in Germany. I was gone. Matter of fact, Cinco de Mayo, they got married one year. They had been together forever though. But my father, he was just like the epitome of what you would expect a man to be. I mean, he worked hard. He brought home the money. He had never written a check before. He brought the cash straight home. He cashed his check, but he would bring it straight home, sit it on the table, ask my mom, can I get 20 for bowling? That's all he wanted to do was bowl. Now, there were times when he would gamble. My father was a pool shark. We were raised on a pool table. And so he taught us very well about shooting pool. So if anybody want to get down, I'm your girl. When things open back up, and if you're in Chicago and you want to shoot some pool, come see about me. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about either one of them. But I'm gonna focus on my birth father, because again, I've already talked about my papa when he passed away and everything, and before he passed. I should have a video on here about that, or if not, I'm sure I've talked about it in several videos. But they had said that my father had dementia. My sister told me, because she's a nurse, and she told me that my father had dementia. And I know what form of dementia it is. There's several forms. I'm just going to name a few. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm very green when it comes down to knowing about dementia. I didn't know that, I thought Alzheimer's and dementia were two different things. I didn't know Alzheimer's was a form of dementia. Didn't know that. Vascular dementia, and then you have dementia with Lewy bodies, DLB, Parkinson's disease. I didn't know that that was dementia. Mixed dementia, and a bunch of other dementias. And I'm not going to state which one my father has. Again, you know, that's personal business. That's going to stay in my family. However, you know, I had been, well, let me tell you what happened. I went and got my father from my brother's house after Thanksgiving of last year. And he stayed in the city for a little while, and then he got a hotel room that he stayed at for like a couple months or whatever. And he was with this female who I care not to speak about at all. She's not gonna get no shine on this channel. Somebody that was definitely taken away from him. She wasn't adding to, she was taken away. So anyway, my father was high risk when it comes down to falling. Again, he had been diagnosed with dementia years and years ago, but I never saw anything. Never. So I was just like, did they really diagnose him with that? I mean, is that really, really, you know, because he was the same. I mean, nothing had changed. He still was lively. I mean, his nickname is Happy. He, you know, we had conversations. We had great conversations. And it wasn't until this last incident where he had a fall inside the hotel room. The lady had made it so that we couldn't get in contact with him. Me, my sister, nor my mother. The three main people that she knew he wanted to stay in contact with. His phone was broken. She blocked us. My sister had an intuition. She lives in Texas. She had an intuition about something. And she called the hotel and asked had they seen my father. Because, again, he was staying at a hotel. And they were like, you know what? As a matter of fact, we haven't seen him today. And I don't know how many days they hadn't seen him, but they hadn't seen him that day. And she asked them, would they go knock on the door, you know, and check and see if he's okay. So, with that being said, they went and checked on my father, and my father was on the ground. Now, I don't know 100%, and I don't want to say because she knows more of the truth than I do, but it was said that he was unconscious, which I have to believe was true. He had to be taken out of there, and when he went to the hospital, he was put on a ventilator for a week. He was a DNR, I guess that's what they call it, do not resuscitate. And with my sister having, she is the power of attorney over my father. She told them, make sure that you do everything that you can to save him. Period. Point blank, period. And they did. And he's still alive. Me, I'm thinking, I'm like, wow, this is really crazy, but my dad is strong. He's going to bounce back. Everything's going to be okay. You know, once he got off that ventilator, I was like, see, I knew it. I knew it. He's going to be all good. Now, mind you, I never saw any form of dementia. The only thing that I would think was like sometimes he would repeat himself over and over again. But I was so used to that because, you know, my father liked to party, cocktail, all that. And sometimes he'd forget that he done told me a story 50 times. That was it. You know, I didn't trip about that. Other spiritual things and beliefs that we both have or whatever. I understood him fully, and I always made him feel comfortable with being able to talk to me about some of this spiritual stuff that he experienced. I understood it wholeheartedly. So I always made him feel comfortable about it. And that's one of the things that they say you should, wow, did I just like delete? Okay. Well, they were talking about some of the things that you should and should not do with people with dementia. But, you know, like, don't make them think that they're wrong about something, or don't make them, don't bring up stuff, you know, that make them kind of like bust their brain to try to remember. You know, just go with the flow with them. I always go with the flow with my father. I always, I listen. If he say, I just saw a green shark, okay, that's pretty cool. You know, I just rolled with whatever he said. You know, I was nervous. I was so nervous. I just talked to him yesterday. Sounded fantastic. Did rush me off the phone though. He has this thing. He'll sit back and start calling out different people's names. And yesterday it was my sister's name. He called my sister. He said my sister was there. And well, I just told you my sister lives in Texas. This is in Chicago. So he started calling her name, and then he put the phone down, just rolled away, just moved out. He did it to me so many times now. I'm used to it. But yeah, when I was nervous because I didn't know what to expect today. I didn't know. I was so excited about wanting to take pictures with him, wanting to hug him, smell him, touch him, love on him. You know, definitely hug my dad. My sister, she called me today and she was like, make sure you hug dad for me. And that was the sad part. It was like going to MCC. If anybody's from Chicago or anywhere, you got correctional centers everywhere. It was like that's the form of protection that they had, except there was no barrier in between us. It was just barriers on the side to protect family members of different families or whatever. My father didn't have to wear a mask or anything. I had on my mask. So I was able to pass him all the things that he had asked for, which was cologne, and he wanted some sweets. That's the only time I saw him really like smile. And then he smiled, I think, when he saw like a truck outside or something. He was smiling and laughing. I was like, what's so funny? He was like, that truck, something happened to the truck or something. I was like, okay. But I am going to make sure that I learn as much as possible, because since he went to the hospital, and I mean, this was literally just a few months ago, everything changed. I never had seen any form of change as far as like what I've heard people say about dementia. One of my girlfriends did a docu-series about her mom and dementia. She called it the Betty Chronicles. And you know, I would watch the videos, and sometimes my mom would be like, who are you? You know, and I've had that happen with me, with my dad. But, you know, I just laugh it off or trip out or whatever, you know, and it is what it is, right? I guess they had woke him up today because I had a 10 o'clock appointment. Now, mind you, I can only see him for 20 minutes, period. No joke. It wasn't 1 minute over, 1 minute under, none of that. 20 minutes. So I'm trying to get it all in. I'm like, smell this cologne, eat this. And he smiled when he had the little marshmallow treat and all that type of stuff. And he really didn't say anything to me. He really didn't. I told him, I said, okay, in order to get the rest of the stuff, my brother, my crazy brother, he's a twin. He would always say this this stupid stuff, but it would make us laugh. And he'd be like, holla, 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 holla. And so I had my father on the phone doing that the other day. So I told my sister, in order for me not to cry when I saw my dad today, I had to think of stuff that was funny. And so she was like, either she said it or I said it. I was like, I'm gonna tell him he's gonna have to say holla holla and say her name or whatever. Just say something, just something to just break up the monotony of the fear of not knowing what was really gonna happen when I seen him. So he did that, and it did make me laugh. It kept me from crying until it was time for him to go. He basically wanted to go. He was tired. He wanted to go when it was time to go. When the 20 minutes was up, he was like, he had already turned his chair around. He was already ready to go. No, I didn't get the hugs that I wanted. No, I didn't get the kisses that I wanted. No, I didn't get to smell him. No, I didn't get to touch him. Not one time. Which I understand. I mean, they just opened back up as far as allowing the public to come in. But he looked so handsome. Oh my God, he looked so handsome. Hair silver as, oh God, he got me faded with the silver. I mean, he's just silver all over, and it was going back, and it's in a little ponytail. He got a nice little ponytail. They're keeping him well groomed. I'm happy about that. I told them that was one of the things. Again, my father's a very proud person. He's always dressed, always look nice, smell nice, all that good stuff. And he, why he was my first love. He was the person that protected me. I felt safe with him. He undoubtedly on numerous occasions showed me that I was going to always be well protected. We were going to be fed, we were going to do things, but for the most part, we were going to be protected. And that's what little girls look to their fathers for, is for protection. It's like, who do you go to when somebody bothers you, or who do you go to when you have like issues or so. I'm not saying that mothers can't do that, but daddy's girls, there are some of us that are daddy's girls, and I'm one of them. And yeah, he showed me. It was nothing he had to say. It was what he did, what I seen him do, stuff that he taught me to do just by me watching him. And then when he saw that I watched him, then he would add on to, okay, well, you can do this. And I know I talked about it on my channel before. It's nothing to really praise or anything, but it's a self-defense mechanism that he's very good with. And yeah, he was my first love. And nobody has. My papa is definitely a close second. I mean, I can't think of anybody I would say would be second to my father. My papa, I loved him in a different way. Again, he taught me how to forgive. My father, he taught me about family and closeness, which my papa did as well. But my father, I think I said on one of my videos recently, my father used to be like, you got to hug your brother, hug your sister, or whatever. Tell them that you love them, after you will fight or whatever. And I'd be like, I'll take the whooping. Should I go get a rose bush switch, or a switch out the tree, or the ironing cord, extension cord? What I need to get? I'm not about to hug. Just don't put me on punishment. But yeah, seeing him today, I was so nervous. God, I was so nervous. Then I got there early, and I thought maybe they'll let me get in there and see him a little bit earlier and stay a little bit, But no, they were like, you have to stay outside until it's time for you to see him, which I understand. But he wasn't receptive. He wasn't loquacious. He wasn't talking a lot, which he never has been a loquacious person. But I don't know what to say. I'm hoping my next visit is, I don't know what to expect the next visit, because this is my first time seeing him in this state of mind, the way that he is. Again, I'm going to do all the research. My sister had given us packets and stuff to find out about this form of dementia that he has. And one of the things that I want to share with you all is that it's no particular age group that's eliminated. I mean, I have found out one of the reasons, not the main reason, but one of the reasons why I really wanted to get off some of the medication I was on was because I changed doctors, and I had an Asian doctor, and I found out that a medication I had been on strongly, high dosage, the type of dosage that makes you walk into walls and fall down and do all types of things. I had all types of hickeys and bruises and everything from this medication, Seroquel. And benzos. Benzos can cause you to have dementia as early as 50. I'm 50. I'll be 51 in June. I was concerned about that after seeing my girlfriend's, the Betty Chronicles, because I don't want to. I've always had a fear of losing my mind. I always had a fear of not being in the present, or not having control, which I have definitely before stepped over that line of sanity and insanity, dealing with agoraphobia, dealing with anxiety, and panic attacks and stuff like that. So I know what it feels like to not have control over your mind and your body, because when you don't have control over your mind, your body just does whatever it can to survive. It's like, okay, do I jump? Do I want to jump rope? Do I want to jump out the window? Do I want to ride the bike? I have to do something. I have to. I broke down 2 beds, rocking. It's very important. If you don't get anything else from this, yes, my father was my first love and will probably always be my only love, as far as that goes. I will always love him. And my papa, I will always love him as well. But if you don't get anything else from this, be mindful of the people that you say you care about. One thing that I don't fear or have a problem with, if something was to happen to my father, let's say tomorrow, and I never saw him again, one thing that I have always, and he has always done with us, we've always shown love. He's always told me he loved me, except for today. And I was waiting to hear that, and I didn't, and that kind of hurt it a little bit, but I knew he was tired. If there's people out here that you say that you really, really love, don't wait to their funeral and everything, or their memorial service to fall out and fall in the casket and in the grave with them and all that. No, let them know that you love them while they're here. Let them know that you care about them while they're here. Stop being petty. Some of the stuff that we stop speaking to each other about, it's not even worth it, because tomorrow's not promised for none of us. I don't care if you're 20 or 60 or 80 or 100 or a baby. You don't know. Be kind. Be kind to those people that you say you love, or stay out of their lives. Leave them alone, period. If you mean ill will to them or whatever. I know that I can go to sleep at night because my conscience is clear. My father truly knows that we love him. you know. And when I say we, I'm speaking of me, my sister, my younger sister, because we talked today, my daughter. He did say the other day when he found out that she was a straight A student, what did he say? Oh, he said, I'm going to have to get her something, you know. And I was like, oh, Dad, that's so sweet, you know. But just, you know, stop putting other people in front of the people that you say that you love. You know what I mean? Stop being nasty to people that you say that you love. Stop. Because when that day comes and they're gone, you're going to be the main one flipping out, freaking out, falling out, all of that, giving a show because of guilt. I love my dad. I've been blessed with 2 of them. I call a numerous amount of people mom, not numerous. It's under 5. My best friend, his mom is my mom. My twin, I call her mom, my mom. I think that's it. Maybe, yeah, I think that's it. But be kind to people while they're still here. You never know. I never in my life thought for one moment that I was going to see my father in the state that he's in. You know, maybe it could have come from the ventilator for a week, or maybe it came from, maybe it just started developing faster because of the last spill or whatever. You know, but there's days when I talk to him when everything is great, and there's days that I talk to him and he thinks I'm his sister, or, you know, he don't feel like talking. He'll put the phone down in a hot second and roll out. He do that to me like that. But I'm not going to keep you all. This video is already way too long. But I just want to come in and let you all know, yeah, if you saw that, if you came in for the title, it wasn't clickbait. My dad, my birth father, is and has always been my first love. And he set the bar so high that you gotta reach real hard and real high. Hence the reason why I've been single forever. Because I'm not going to accept anything less than the best. You know, my father was a provider. He was, is that my stomach? Y'all heard that? That means it's time for me to go. Okay. Comment down below if you're dealing with anyone, a family member with dementia. If you have any information that you would like to share about dementia. What do you know? What are your fears? What are your, you know, how have you dealt with people with it? Who's your first love? Was it your father? Was it your mother? Was it somebody outside of your family? I don't know. Just comment down below. For me, my first love was my dad. And he is so handsome to me. I'm gonna be honest. I might just give y'all a little sneak peek. He's very handsome. Just to let you know, most people thought he looked like Jesse Jackson, which I went to school with Johnny Jackson, Jesse Jackson's son. And we also had Michelle Obama that went to high school with. Well, she graduated before I got there, but she went to Whitney Young too. So I'm just going to give y'all a quick glimpse. That's my dad. Okay? That's my father. Send me, if you don't want to comment down below, you know, just send me a message. Let me know if you're going through the same thing. Let me know what tips that or advice that you have for me, you know, to get through this, to, you know, to deal with. Every day is not going to be a great day. Every day is not going to be a bad day. We had a great day yesterday, and then today he was tired and he wanted to go back upstairs. He wanted to go lay down. I'm done. Thank you for listening to this long rant about the love of my life, my father. For those of you who came thinking I was going to be talking about somebody from 20, 30 years ago, whatever. No, it's somebody from 51 years ago. My sugar daddy. My sugar daddy, why? Because he took care of me and because he loved to toast marshmallows. He loves sugar. He loves sweets. So I took him some sweets today. And that's what he was happy about. He was more happy about that than the cologne. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for being a subscriber on my channel if you are. If you're not, what are you waiting for? Become a part of the royal family. I will be talking about a numerous amount of things. I'm always going to talk about hair, dreads, whatever, beauty, all that type of stuff because that's the industry I've been in forever. So if you have any suggestions for any future videos or whatever, let me know. Let me know. Leave a comment, thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out the description box. I do have like merchandise and stuff there. I have all my other social media information there. And if you made it to the end of this video, just say, let me see, my first love. Just say my first love. All right. Blessings, you all. Thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for listening to this, what was supposed to be 10 minutes, now 37 minutes. Peace. My peace, and now my peace. Peace.